Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the vlog. I appreciate you guys. What you guys are about to see is Supercross track build part 2. Everything that went into this is all to go back into what we have coming into 2023 Supercross. So for all of our partners and everybody who's joining in, Moranz Mafia, moranzmafia.com to get in, join as a patron, get some exclusive looks. This is all for you guys, so I appreciate you. What you guys are about to experience is our whole build process and everything that went into it, so thank you. Ladies and gents, our first piece of equipment has arrived for said project. Thanks to Duke Rentals. Got ourselves a Kubota 95. Duke Rentals right there, located in Kansas City and all those other places. If you guys need some rental equipment, be sure to check them out. Let's get this party started. First things first, the game plan is I have to have everything ready for Wurx as soon as they show up. So I have to have everything scraped off, trimmed up, cleaned up, everything so it's a clean slate. So as soon as they show up, boom, ready to work. The biggest concern Wurx had coming into the build was the quantity of dirt that we had. We had pretty big piles in several different locations, but they obviously are the professionals here. They know how much dirt it takes, so they are a little bit concerned with the quantity of dirt that we had. So I took it upon myself. We have a little cove on the bottom of our driveway. The biggest thing I could think of is to shave that out, make that bigger. So one, we have more parking for in the future. On top of that, it's a great way to generate some dirt. So first thing we did, I did all the trimming, cleaned everything up around it. Then boom, we started coming down and tackling all of the brush and the trees. However, that's when things got spicy because I came straight down into our first little clean sweep, which my dad and I weren't really thinking about it. And I hit a tree over into the power line and he started freaking out. I didn't know really what happened at first, because I'm in the skid loader, I couldn't hear anything. I just hear him waving his arms and everything like that. So when I understood what happened, I backed out and I was gonna whip around and try to push the tree off of the power line. Did not hurt the power line, but it was grounding out through that and it was kind of smoking. So my dad actually trimmed it with a chainsaw, made sure he didn't touch anything. And then he pushed it off of the power line with the chainsaw instead of with his hands. So wild situation. However, we got out of that unscathed, thank goodness. So from there, we just started pushing all the trees, trimming it all up with a pole saw, and then transporting it with the grapple bucket to a brush pile. Big shout out to Barry Tractor. We're getting the wheel loader and then this dozer from them, so they're hooking it up. I appreciate it. Thankfully, we were just burning throughout the weekend, so that way we could keep piling onto this pile because we had a lot of brush, a lot of trees that we took down. I grabbed that dozer and went straight to work on the cove, started shaving everything down, getting all the roots and all the nasty stuff and piling it up, and then getting all the good building dirt, piling it separately as well. Use the wheel loader to transport the fill dirt to make the pad a little bit bigger, keep the good dirt obviously for the build. Is this the crew? This is the crew. They have arrived. Let's go. What up?
What is up, man? We developed a little bit of dirt over here, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
So what do we like the best here?
Oh, boys.
Look at this dusty.
I like it though.
What's the dusty from? Because my basement is like
These guys look familiar.
current construction site.
Alrighty, so it doesn't really bother me.
I was just coming up with just playing around, come up with layouts, you know. Well, the most important thing is everything drains, right? So
yeah,
your pad is pitched like really good. Actually,
it's like gonna run down the middle.
Yeah. So you know, for watering, like whenever you have 3 lanes together, the big problem is
getting that middle lane.
Water gets trapped in the middle because it gets pinched in. Like if you look at any other test tracks, like for the most part, they're always 2 lanes together.
Yeah.
3. If there is a 3rd lane in, it's nice to have all the tops of the jumps line up so the transitions are open, so the water has a path. Because if you build a jump that's like right here,
then it's puddling in all those.
Yeah, you create a pool. So, and then obviously your pad is, I guess, about like average size, maybe a little bit on the smaller side, and we want you to be able to water it efficiently.
Yeah.
Well, I think the plan first, right off the rip, is to measure this, measure that, and then we'll mark it out with grade stakes and get everything marked out.
Okay.
And then we'll start building the outside lanes first, so this pile disappears, and then we'll have a better idea on dirt quantity and all that stuff. Let's go.
So what does that stake mean then?
This is the beginning of this way.
So that's the first jump right there?
No,
Oh.
just where the tail is.
Oh, okay, got you. That makes sense. Yeah.
We squared up.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So how wide are we making this? 18 and specs what, 22, but you guys have tough blocks, right? Or is it 18 spec?
No, it's 22 lanes and the tough blocks.
Gotcha. Section number 1, cut in right here. It's working on the whoops over there. We're measuring out first big lane. That is it. That is pretty long.
Push it over.
That's what she said. Teamwork, baby. A lot more goes into it than just pushing dirt. Day 2. We're back like 2 hours later for more fuel. Last go around was about $400. This round's gonna be about $400. And then we're gonna have more after that, so super sick. However, luckily we have great people, part of the Patreon, moranzmafia.com, if you guys want to become a patron and help support the program, because thankfully this is where that funding is going, is back into the program and into a training track, so it should be sweet. Good morning, people. This is the beginning of day 3. We've got the entire first rhythm section done. They are now working, they got their stakes laid out right here. We're gonna have 3 in more or less into the finish line. what they are building right now. Already got the first section over there done. And the goal is to come down, boom, back, boom, down, turn back, that way, turn, and then through the whoops. They've already got the whoop pad over there. They just have to cut it in. Sun has finally come out. What do you think, Paul?
Pretty awesome.
Video just does not do this any justice. You standing there is the only thing that does this justice right now. This is a massive berm. Oh, hey, guess what? We got more dirt. You hate doing whoops?
I'd rather do it first thing in the morning. So,
Oh, they're just time consuming as hell.
yeah, just time. And I mean, if that not shake at all.
Yeah, so it gets mad annoying when it
Yeah,
won't
it's
come
just, like,
off.
Stuck on there, and I'm like, I need it to fall off right here.
Yeah.
And what if there's something you could turn on? Oh, I could turn a lot of things on.
Is this last one the way they'll always all be, or is this a little bit slightly more
I
mellow?
usually do the last one pretty,
This one's pretty mellow? Okay, good.
yeah.
I was gonna say, your boy's
If
stuck
you
in the
ever
whoops,
look at my
so
whoops,
we need
if you-
good whoops. I already built the one in front of it. I can't touch it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So now I'm like, I've done so many. I'm like,
See, us racers, we don't know any of this. This is
Well,
good
I'm like-
information to know, because
Well,
we
I'm like,
can't
okay.
blame you. It's not like you did it on purpose. You built from the
No.
back to the front.
yeah, because they're scary for track problems. I mean, it's gotta be scary when it's time to shine. 'Cause when it's
No,
time to shine,
I
the
just
clock's
remember.
on.
I remember the ones that Hunter Lawrence wrecked at the end of them.
That was A2.
A2, dude. I remember looking at those like, why are they doing this to us?
Those things were toughed out so bad.
Yeah, those things are gnarly.
Those were Corey's whoops, though.
And so are those wheel loader whoops?
Those were, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think what it was on them. Probably gonna see less and less of those. As
The season goes on. This season.
Something about that.
You guys have a lot of those top guys that just come up and like look at you like, are you kidding me? Kind of deal.
You wouldn't believe the amount of shit I've gotten fucking talked to from fucking professional riders. Like, by Tomac and Jet this year.
Jet? I thought Jet was the Mr. Whoop Master.
No. I got. Yeah.
That's funny.
Phil Nicoletti comes up to me like, and he goes, he gets like this far away from my.
Uh-huh.
He goes, "Where's your boss?" I said, I don't know, Phil. What do you want? He's like, "What the?" And I said, "Trust me, I've already got the wrath from 15 other guys."
Yeah.
Let me guess what you want to talk about. That triple. He even said it on Pulp. He goes, yeah. He goes, I went up to Ross there, and he goes, he already got his ass chewed by a lot of people. He was already kind of on top of it.
Yeah, that's funny.
He's like, hats off to him. It wasn't his fault.
What? He wasn't a big fan of me doing it, so now it's my turn. All right, that's good. Boy, is that Duke's Reynolds machine coming in handy. Any smaller equipment, Duke's Reynolds. Larger equipment, Berry Tractor, I'm telling you. here we are, back getting more fuel. Supporting the Tank Masters merch, shout out. But currently sitting at 250 bucks. Probably gonna be a little bit over 400 this time, so solid, super fun. But we're getting one hell of a track out of the deal, so super stoked, and we'll get back into work. Track is nearly finished. We are on to the last part, which they like to call icing, right? Icing on the cake, makes sense. Icing is where you go through, you scrape all the side of the jumps, make it look all pretty and everything like that. And guess who got the job of hand icing, you know? In between the sections where you cannot get a skid loader. They're out here laughing, you know? It's not very fun, just FYI. Got shafted, just saying. However, it'll all be worth it in the end. At least it better be. Back to raking. Back at the pump. The boys are finishing up icing everything, getting everything cleaned up and ready to go. Back for our 4th round. Another 400 bucks probably. Making it happen, getting it all together. Finally on the finishing touches. As you guys can see behind me, absolutely epic turnout. I want to thank Wurx from the bottom of my heart for coming out, making the time for me, making this happen. I mean, it's kind of a dream come true to have a Supercross track in your backyard. That being said as well, Duke's Rentals for the skid loader, massive shout out to them. They jumped on board. This video is presented to you by Duke's Rentals. On top of that, Barry Tractor for larger equipment, they jumped on board as well. So very, very thankful for all the partners that we had going into this build. That being said, we're gonna have some epic content coming your guys' way. KevinMoranz.com, starting to get chilly. Grab yourself a hoodie, some merch. However, that is not the most important thing that we have going on right now. We are under a week away until one of our sponsorship block holders walks away with our race bike from this past year. All you guys have to do, KevinMoranz.com, grab a sponsorship block, and we are going to be giving that bike to one of our sponsorship block holders. All that stuff goes back into the program, getting ready for Red Bull Straight Rhythm, getting ready for 2023 Supercross, putting back into the track, fuel, everything like that, creating our 2023 program. So I appreciate you guys, KevinMoranz.com to check that out. Please like, subscribe, comment on this video. It helps us a lot. If you guys like this kind of content, we're gonna keep it coming. We've got GoPro footy coming at you guys soon. Again, KevinMoranz.com, grab some merch, MoranzMafia.com to join the Patreon and join the Moranz Mafia. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys in the next video.